Case study questions. Well, this is an interesting area. When UPSC decided to revise the syllabus and have ethics as a paper, perhaps they thought that after people are selected into the services and if they have to be put through the training, there is hardly any time left for them to inculcate ethical practices. The professional training takes most part of it. So perhaps they thought that it is a better idea to subject aspiring students to test their ethical knowledge at the time of exam itself. And a very good way of testing how well students fare on ethical front is to give real life case study examples. Now very often students end up, the minute they read the case, they end up feeling that it has to be answered in a yes or no way. Well, at the end you have to do it, but that's not where you begin. You need to tell and you need to impress upon the evaluator that you understand the discipline of ethics. You understand the various approaches when you take this particular approach, what would be the repercussion. If you take another approach, what would be the repercussion. If you take a particular kind of approach, whether it fits into what you call as service conduct rules, whether it fits into the ethical realm, whether it is legal. Now, if all these things have to be put in a case, one has to be organized, one has to have a proper structure, one has to have a proper framework and an approach. As they say, Abraham Lincoln once said if he had 6 hours to cut a tree, he would sharpen his axe for 4 hours. So, I try and help students in the classroom. I give them the skill sets, I tell them how to build a structure and how to incorporate various theories in their answer, how to reason out. See, at the end of the day, it is very simple, it is very clear. There is no single opinion, there is no single one opinion which is right. There are multiples of opinions around. As an aspiring civil servant, one should be alive, one should be aware that there are different types of opinions, and you could take any one of the opinions. The fact that there are opinions, are you aware, are you alive to them, has to be displayed in the question. Like I said, ethics subject itself is very amorphous, and then it's very difficult to get your handle on it. To make the matter worse, the paper has a section which is case study questions. Like I said, case study questions are never used as a method of testing students in any of the universities for any of the subjects. So that makes it very hard for Indian students to appear at this exam. However, having taught ethics over the last couple of years, I have evolved a system what is called as BOLT method. This is the method which is used in solving the case study questions. This has been successfully used by my past students, and they have definitely secured more marks, and they're very happy with the way it is executed. What I do in the class is I try to give them a set of set of tools, provide them with the skill sets, which are not pigeonholed. They're not like cut and dry that they can be used in one particular fashion or they have to be used in this context. These set of skills can be used regardless of the type of the question. There could be 2 areas or 3 areas that are put together, a real life example is given, some of the theories have to be used, there is a method in which the whole exercise has to be conducted. One has to first of all delineate facts from emotions and then check whether it is legal or ethical, and subsequently do the due diligence and throw in the theories, whether it's deontological or teleological, and then finally come up with your final answer. And students very often get stuck with this impression that the opinion that they give in the paper has to be the right one. Trust me, there is no right opinion here. The society is full of opinions. So no 2 opinions are similar, and no one opinion is right. If you want to take an example, you can take an example of American society, which is divided in equal parts. Half of the society feels that individuals, women should have right to choose when it comes to pregnancy. They call it as pro-life. If they want to terminate pregnancy, they say they should have the right. There is another set of people who say it is the life that is given by the Almighty and they have no choice on it. They call themselves as pro-life. The pro-life and the pro-choice. the society is divided 50% on either side. So which one of these is right? You can't really say that one is right over the other. So opinions are plenty. As an aspiring civil servant, as somebody who is relatively aware to the realities of the world, you should be able to capture the different opinions that are around and make a deduction of your own. And if you're choosing one opinion over the other, give a justification why it is better than the other. Don't merely start with an opinion and end with that one opinion. That would be a very, very shallow answer. I help the students with these skill sets, with these tools during my classroom deliberations.